Mr. Musa Dankwa. And then Nidin trended. Nidin trended. I'm going to read comments and you are going to see what Ghanaians are saying about him. But say he has lived up to expectation. I'm not going to lie. And with him, no, it is not only about prediction. Say assume sibe wini and not bentimbe wini. It is about the percentage. Now, I believe that he's making people now believe in the fact that politics is about science and data. Or even if politics is not about science and data, the science and data really matters when it comes to politics. What you say? Science and data no matter when it comes to politics. Now, I'm going to explain a lot of things so people understand or people get what's going on. But for people who don't know Musa Dankwa, okay, let me show you a picture of Musa Dankwa for people who don't know him. I'm in Tremoninfoni. A lot of people don't know him. And then what he does. Right? Onona only global info analytics. But my main on infoni na yenko. So this is Mr. Musa Dankwa. Oni Musa Dankwa. Him say yeni na yehunenim. This is Musa Dankwa. Right? Let's see him. This is Musa Dankwa. Musa Dankwa. Now, who is he? Oye statistician. Sana mekano. Statistician. Niyakase statistician or the numbers in the year juma. Intino. Oja. Aside everything else, politics na mana babejidin. And they say, opesa otuaba anaye kotuaba. Na ohe nasa abato ono. Ube winia. Okone hwa na okukutia no ka. Ana oma na ejuma se onye emao. Onko grounds, one nkrofo onko grounds na onhwe se ube winia na winia ono na ejuma no no. Nti obekọ grounds or nkrofo oni omu ye ejuma, they will go to the grounds. Omo ne nkrofo be kasa. We are not the statistics na ba bontia ba betre se ye ne nkrofo kọ kasa e no. Asumesi obe wini obentin obelusu. So juma woye no or a statistician. Now for people who know people like that, no, obe say juma wo moye no eye juma bia ehia sika, because they go on the grounds, they interact with people, they talk to people and all that, and then they take the numbers, no, the raw data through a mathematical concepts. What you say, they have their calculations and then they will arrive at their percentages. Say, assume sibe we with percentage, we be with percentage. Now, even beyond politics, no, and I'm telling you, so obi bia wo tie me bi opeso run a business or Ghana ha bia no. You can even use the services of Musa Dankwa or people like Musa Dankwa. Even beyond politics, no. Yamfan so ye Ghana ni na o abrochi na opeso set ya business bi wo Ghana ha. And yes, also we can know about set up the business. You can employ the services of people like Musa Dankwa. No we be sasa Ghana for ne say, and I like waka train ne say, ebia me pese me ba be set up hospital e wo kro we mu. Statisticians no monko grounds no. Na mun bi sasa me be set up BBC wa ha ejuma na ebe fa na. You understand? Even on the smaller level, o pese wo ton ade, o pese set up a restaurant, o pese set up any sort of business. Your first due diligence what's all you say. For just give me 1 minute of your time. Let me interrupt with this very important notice. So what heme now opese o reduce a year with fu from this level to this level. Very simple. Nyama miensa na wasa oye. Eto de bia ya na nkrofo bebre eka se edro bi ebetumi ama wefu akofom entro edro bi eni ho ebetumi ayesa. Na wa wotie mi wato edro sa we hu se wanom enye hwe. Na nyama miensa no media atro book enkrata obrone se opese osie bibi from bibinia fashe book mu. Nti nyama miensa no media atro book. Me ameti he na mefuso. Enyama me ye ma mefu ekọ from within 3 months. 3 months pe. Nti book no pe bia on your screen obetumi a click any of the icons na wa pe book no. And as a link na wa comment box the mo say no. O click here ebebie another page. Into page we no mostly no a mobile money na obe use. Ope hard copy of the book na wa click ha. Se wope book no wo phone so na wa click ha. Se wope video yankasa ye kenkan book na ma na we eye for wo mo a wo mo ni ma kenkan na eno so wa click ubenya video ni to tia through mobile money na wenya video no ana wenya book no na uye we ni na still on sanka book no ana we tia ka wi na still on sanka book na o ya ade we na still unya kwan enya book na don't worry, call the number and I say message 055 807 4986 055 807 4986 o messages our number na obenya book no. Now aside the fact say if we kese enye fe no yesi Ghana for yare a ekum Ghana for dodo na te say stroke, BP, akoma yare diabetes na nyama no nini na no fu kese ene deba na ya na nsem wo ya America no asem America no say the teenager ho enonim nti se wutie me na wefuso na wo hospital ko ye tester ya na bia ye ka tro say cholesterol ye high dodo na no fu kese no ene ekose nti se wutie me na person reduce the size of your stomach. Very simple, get the book as I've shown you in the video. Mama yentie ye mame baako ne testimony a wode aba just after a year buying the book and doing the things in the book.
Yeah, melodies. When me na me pesa me kasa. Me swa to the extent say me na fufu nyina complain say senior me so at no enye fine. Emfata me look like before. And no say me numa drobi a me nyai. Me bibi a me nyai na emfata me. Entire aya me she nyina ya kesa kese wo.
So this is a very good problem to have. Say osobeti na nkrofo ehu ne say senya oso ati de ebia na ofe drobi. Me see drobi eni ho. Enyama na wo book ni mu a. Na eno ano no yentia story no eso. Speak to people like this. Let them go on the grounds. Let them talk to people. Say business be say baha. Muni beje ho. O say ani. Say muni beje ho a. Willingness no saying na mo be feel say mo pese mutia for a service like this. Enti no or the data ni na brewa ebi o de be ba betu wenim say o pese o ton brode area ha de brode no ye call grounds no ye say enye ejuma. O pese o set up hospital area ha de ye call grounds no hospital na enye ejuma. O pese o set up filling station ye call grounds no ye see filling station na enye ejuma. And I say, person set up hospital. You call her, you see area house set up hospital. Ebe ye juma pa because in Crawford tire and some who be beyond the beko. Person babe set up restaurant wa ha. You see ebe ye juma pa because in Crawford pay diane, ne diane and Crawford sound so pe ye fufu ni mutu. Into ba na ye fufu ni mutu a omo ni je ho. Omo mudi fufu ni mutu no so ya no mo pe shito. Me say shito omo pe e friend say ginger. Say ye ntwinka ho. You see, aside politics, no, another way you can use people like Musa Dankwa, no. Now, a son say, what hit the grounds running? Was a team, and I'm speaking this way because me melodies amiti me cousin Penny, or also Juma Awoye no. He also has a statistician teamer or moko grounds. Now, me a Juma Awoye na enye Juma get that angro fu omonda. Omotumi kwako shen krabiase for several days. Sometimes they they have a team, a whole team. Omotumi ko shen krabiase several days ni ebisa questions ni ene nkrofo kasa ni ebisa omo. Enti omo ba abonte no mu di data ne ba betu dwa. Enye se watena ne office keke no di data na aba. Eye ade bia ejuma kom. Into Musa Dankwa de betu Ghana for him, and this is not only the first. In fact, politics so far, Musa Dankwa beka say KT Hammond will lose his seat. A lot of people thought he was lying because KT Hammond or NPP ni Ashanti region. Obi ana KT Hammond air contest against Nipakrono. Nipakrono ye amunani from the the person was an Ewe. In Ashanti region, that an ever will win against KT Hammond? No way. But Musa Dankwa nsema wakan no, it happened. KTM lost. Into Uhe Juma Wayana, it simply tells you, say, he has people on grounds. And the science and data, no, a ye Juma Emano. Asama Wababekan was say 53% for Bedu is the floor. And the NDC4 we knew with 54%. But Musa Dankwa Beka said based on the analysis and based on data now we know. NDC Nino, when ya krana ye 53%. NPP Nino, when ya krana ye 47%. Musa Dankwa Babekain. You see how the NPP insulted him. How the NPP, and it is not only this time. NPP they've always been insulting Musa Dankwa because polls be our baby piano eya na enko omo line into be hu say Miracles Aboagye ato ne din Ajana 1 Ajana 2 NPP 4 no more sere no more ato ne din no more friend ne din ende okateche fifa so ni mu a oboni ono na samu ni amoka ya po adomotri edi ni si ni TV so ebo ni din bone ne Musa Dankwa no hefa no sua ade free e de no nim wabon embra Musa Dankwa 2024 figure wo boss say NDC benya NDC nya that is a similar figure no na fe po adomotri realize said no chale emze Musa Dankwa we say my friend ba me studio and a poor friend ba studio hona or treat mu from then Musa Dankwa bibi obeke bia po adomotri e believe. And that has always been a problem. I'm going to do an editorial on NPP's problem, right? I'm going to do a special editorial on NPP's problem. But I just want people to know Musa Dankwa. And now, my video na Kevin Taylor A2 NDC 44. Who say Kevin Taylor no to NDC 44. Say Musa Dankwa in the future. The polls ba na polls no enko in the favor of NDC krana. NDC shouldn't react like how the NPP reacts against him. And I think it's a very good advice because the truth of the matter is say enye de bia na Musa Dankwa ne nsemu a wo ka no it will go in the favor of NDC. It is a Musa Dankwa ba bonti no ba be kan bibi na enko NDC favor. NDC for you know what to do. Don't be attacking him in the future. And that's the same thing. Okaikwe Central. Ya Oboama. Oshe Sadiq. Baba Sadiq. Because sometime no Musa Dankwa kokoye proud to the 2024 elections. So. Musa Dankwa koye analysis. Ewo Okaikwe Central. Eno who say it was the safest seat for the NPP. Said there is no way Baba Sadiq ebetu eye ya Oboama. Inti Musa Dankwa de sa report ne ba bonte no Baba Sadiq ekoko hu Musa Dankwa. Okacha nse mehre mami data no. Oba constituency no edie na nkrofo neka. Die ntia no mo se omo pe ya Oboama. Die na metumi aye. Sanya mani na eye data o. Inti okoko hu Musa Dankwa ena Musa Dankwa di information ni na ma no. Nkrofo ne say ni nti ena omo pe ya Oboama. Say ni nti ena wo NDC wini. Upeso wini a yese. And what Baba Sadiq did was he went on the grounds and he worked. Look at Okaikwe Central, a seat that was supposed to be the safest seat for the NPP. Now afi ye koletia ye declare ma NDC. Ni asanso ababe declare ma NPP. It became extremely tight. Obia na a wide no. That seat became extremely tight. Emma, at a point, it was even declared for NDC. Why? Because the NDC went to Musa Dankwa after Oyene reports. And I'm going to tell the NDC, always take that approach. It is not always going to be in your favor. But once Musa Dankwa at the statistics, no babonting, go and see him. Let him give you the entire data. So I deal with your babonting because 53% is going for this way. No, and no, it's just the more like brief summary. But there is an entire data. Wokɔ ne hɔ a ɔbɛkyerɛw sɛ die nti ankrɔfoɔ pɛ sɛ ɔmo to 53% pɛ sɛ ɔmo to ma NDC no based on this. And let me show you something. You see, let me oh dear, my mention bibi. Emra, in my earlier post, right? I'm a year Okuja to Ablakwa. Eba beka say NDC for winning strategy. One of the winning strategies in the winning strategy, one of the elements, value research. In Okuja to Ablakwa, me babe we did tremo, right? If you've not watched that video, go and watch. Okuja to Ablakwa and some more kind will say value research, right? I'm going to show you something. What Musa Dankwa, researcher or the tre say seat no, because the research Musa Dankwa did even showed the research now no. About the research he did, the group of people. I saw a certain research. Okay, so he has done another research where the NPP's woes among educated voters continue as SHS and tertiary voters abandon NPP candidates in a crucial by-election more soon. Inti Musa Dankwa researcher wakoko ye hu ne say omo akọ SS ene omo akọ university ewo Akwatia no first no omo support NPP pasisi anu mo jai NPP omo person be support NPP biom omo akọ school no on the first NPP forecast ye dey school for bende SS for ne tertiary for no Gen Z's no omo mpe NPP biom omo sa nyama we na no oka. But around that time, NPP4 dinatem. NPP4 dinatem. Or the betu jampo. I am searching for that. Maybe let me go to Global Info Analytics, right? Or the betu ja. Dientia. Omo Akwatia kra no. Omo to aba. Right? Or the betu ja. Omo Akwatia no any no we ye Akwatia ethnic group inti Akwatia ye account for 76% of them ye account for, right? Ni data what they betu jano no Equistofo so 45. So you see how elaborate the thing is. Equistofo so wa Akwatia 45%. The age group omo dosun wa Akwatia pan yo mo di 35 to 44. If you wa mo di 25 to 34. And the dosun inti no the working group what you say. Inti no if you have all these data now your strategies are obetena se ne wadwen say se sa area no omo wo ho di 35. Omo wo ho di 45. Dodo na na di 35 and omo di 40. And dodo na no di 25 around age 25 ne 40 no eya na omodadwen ne den number 1 ne be ye adwuma ana bibi ati ase inti no so this is it. This is the data I'm looking for. Inti osanso the data betu just say key issues influencing voters in Akwatia. Say Akwatia hono onu ni data no etre abatoɔ no die ntia na nkrofo aye omwadwe so mbeto aba ewa Akwatia. Now the biggest one is a development project. The biggest key issue is Mpuntu Nyuma. And then one e wa ba mu, one obetumi di Mpuntu Nyuma bromo e NDC. Tie ho na no, uye NDC ni na we hu say Musa Dankwa e the data we aba beto dwa. You know your campaign message. Because Musa Dankwa ye edwuma no, atre say immebunu a ewo saa area ni mu no. Edwuma wo mo pe ana sorry ade o wo mo pe eye Mpuntu Nyuma. Iti ever so ye Ghana ni now abrochire now ye investor. Now person we invest in something but you don't know what to invest in. Maybe you have an area ebia wo no o area bi wo free eastern region baby ana wo de yemfa no say wo tema community 2 now person your investment unim de obeye wo sika no nanso unim de ode be shem. You can employ the services of people like Musa Dankwa, and then they go there and they ask people edia na mu hia wa ha ejuma ben na mu fili say eba ha ebeboa itu be say oh ebeba say that be restaurants e be a hospital say into the one with the highest figure no naturally say wo de ohun be shem. Basically you can use it like that. Once that way no you're using it to say politics, but what person using it commercially, you can even use it commercially like that. Into Musa Dankwa data netre say 52% of omo moto abawa akwetia adientia wa moto abaye mpuntu nyuma. Into wo hwe video ba ko a there was a young girl me hu video bi there was a young girl in akwetia o se wono no ye wo no akwetia no oni lights da eye the NDC candidate no ye lawyer no ono no de light abro mu o sanso di meter abro mu awo mu ntua hwe to no de wo to. Another guy, young guy around 20 years ono so akwetia wo se wono hu ko tada esisa ye wo no akwetia wo hu ko tada ye beto aba nansia na NDC for aba wo mu yi kwan nti wo to nti ube hu na say clearly no na akwetia for ye mpuntu ndwuma no mo pe. So the NDC omojumano it was cut out for them. And then the second one 13% about economy, 10% about education, 8% about jobs, 5% galamsey, 5% sympathy vote. Into NPP oh here e honana ko won so mwelusu because just 5% of the voters to about because of sympathy. And NPP omo campaign no it was on sympathy. Because okwa was the NDC for na eku no and the obi wa ne busi ni na di na de enti no momtoma NPP na ni sympathy vote. But sympathy vote no omo to aba na is just 5% of them are omo to aba based on sympathy. It's clearly you could know that the NPP were losing based on Musa Dankwa data no the aba no. And this is what I'm going to say. Musa Dankwa has made a case for himself. He has used the data to predict a lot of elections in this country. Na nini na wa predict ya ebem. Now what I'm going to tell governments and they say, let us try as much as possible to use people like Musa Dankwa, or even if enye Musa Dankwa nangasa, let us try as much as possible to use that particular concept, what you say, to frame policies in this country. And I think say that will be the best. Senya Musa Dankwa ye juma emma ye nina ye hu say politics efa ma political parties no. Ye pese ye frame policy bi e wo Ghana. Ye making sure say ye man Crawford to say Musa Dankwa they should hit the grounds. Ni ma Ghana fo hu de ye pe. And I think say that will be best. If ye man Crawford to say Musa Dankwa echo every single constituency. Ni ye hwe constituency no ade a wo mo pe. Na aban ehwe so eye mo a. This is a strategy I think the NDC should take. If the NDC really wants to win power for so many years, wo mo person mo tena aban mu no. Omo ma sa de NDC. Get people like Musa Dankwa. Let them hit every single constituency. The top priorities, what do they want? Top priorities. Nadia wo mu hia pa no. Making sure every single constituency no. You are letting the DCs in those constituency focus on that top priority. Inti bia ya ko constituency bi odododio. You hu ne say your top priority ade a ye pe e ade we. Make sure say DC DC as long as NDC mo abemu no or yes or the number one top priority no, I kid you not, you see how the NDC will be in power forever, or you see how the NDC will last in power. I think say it is adie bi abeboa the NDC. Personally a futu amemede my NDC no go beyond the politics. When you do politics pa afianse ye be frame Musa Dankwa dabi, go beyond that. Let's include people like Musa Dankwa in the daily governance. See a person passing mrebi krana. Let people like Musa Dankwa come in. Dear na Ghana for kan wombrane ho. E dear na Ghana for pe. Senya wo mo pese ye bu o man no. Let people like Musa Dankwa come with the data so you use it. And then for people who don't know, and then Kwame A plus or winning seat no. If Kwame A plus Motie story how he won the seat. And also pay obi to say Musa Dankwa sa. Emma nipa no ye research. Ewo no Kwame A plus ne constituency no. Iti emra na Kwame A plus waka so obe winning no nim de wo ye. Iti na Kwame A plus enim ne strongholds because obi to say Musa Dankwa eko constituency no ene nkrofo ko kasaye. Iti baby ananya ne strongholds no or boho the ding eba out Kwame A plus won and people thought say it was lack that be. But Senya America no, let us not use it only. Mayen using it only. Mayen kai people like Musa Dankwa only when it comes to politics. Let us remember people like Musa Dankwa in every single thing we do, especially in governance. Send this in Penifo Tiemia. Please take this advice. Munche your comment box nimo. Medase.